Hi and welcome. I'm Chris Principe, publisher of Financial IT, and I'm really pleased to be here at Sibos, the great Swift event. This year, because Sibos is in a different place every year in the world, this year we're in Beijing, China. It's the capital of China, the financial capital, and the business capital. And it's the first time Sibos has ever been in China. So we've been very excited about what is going on here. I think that we'll set some records in participation of bankers. Probably over 10,000 international bankers and software specialists are with us right now. But more importantly, right now, I have the opportunity to speak a little bit with one of the really great New York banks and institutions, Brown Brothers Harriman. So please, Michael, if you could start. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah. First of all, delighted to be here with my colleagues, and we're thrilled to be at Sibos. I think I'm pushing your 19 Siboses as well. I started in 99 and have been with the bank for 13 years. My background is more than 30 years security services IT. So I've been the chief information officer of 2 custody banks, and I'm thrilled to be focused on technology strategy for Brown Brothers. So I like to think I sit at the intersection of technology strategy and business strategy. And I work closely with my colleagues, who you're going to hear from, who are absolutely top of their game in terms of financial institutions, products, services, and opportunities. You'll hear more about that. Try to set the bar high there. And I guess all I'd say is, Brown Brothers, I'm honored to work for this institution. It's one of the few American banks that has, there are others, but one of the few that have been around for more than 200 years. And the unique aspect of our bank is it's privately held. So it's a partnership. So we now say the bank is run by partners and principals. I'm a principal. And we put our own money, our own capital into the bank. So we risk our own capital. We take every decision seriously. We're very thoughtful in how we approach serving our clients. And we try to serve our clients with excellence every day, without exception. And I would say that one of the really interesting things about working for a private institution is there's a certain clarity of purpose that comes with that, and a straightforward way of looking at opportunities, both strategic and tactical. And I'm thrilled to be part of a team that is focused on putting our technology foot forward for the future. And so a lot of why we're here at Sibos, talking to clients, talking to colleagues, former colleagues, other institutions that we view as partners in serving our clients. We're looking at how we can advance the efficiency of the ecosystem, solve the data and digital problems that everyone is facing, and do it in a way that moves the industry forward. And I'll stop there. Turn it over to my colleague, Cate Dawson.
Yes. So I'm Cate Dawson. I'm with Brown Brothers Harriman. I've been also there for 25 years out of our Boston office. And I actually started there right out of school. So it's actually the only place I've ever worked, which is actually quite, not unique at Brown Brothers. We have a lot of people who have spent quite a significant part of their career there, which I think is a tribute to our culture. That you can really grow and foster broad relationships and long-standing relationships with your clients. I'm responsible for our product strategy for our clients that are also banks and financial institutions. So historically, our product set has been anchored in our custody offering, which is probably what we're most known for. However, we believe at this time there's a real opportunity to expand that offering to provide complementary technology, so digital data and shared infrastructure solutions to partner with banks to complement that custody offering, which is why Mike and I work so closely together, because we're really seeing a shift with banks that the focus of the business is becoming more and more technology driven every day with the introduction of AI, machine learning, and other intelligent automation. So we really want to work together with our clients to be able to bring the custody offering and complement it with those technology solutions. Sinead?
Sinead McIntosh, I'm based in our London office, and unlike my esteemed colleagues, I've only been at BBH for 3 years, so they do let new people in. So. Yeah, I think as Mike has said, it's got a very unique culture as an organisation, which makes it a very special place to work. So I work very closely with Cate and Mike. My responsibility is commercialising Cate's strategy, essentially. So I'm very client-focused and market-focused. And as Cate said, we've always been a custody bank. That's at the root of what we do. And plus we've provided like large scale technology solutions to clients, but we're now looking at the space in between that and really looking at strategic partnerships, which a little plug for Cate's panel, if anyone wants to hear about strategic partnerships tomorrow. But we're really looking at engaging in strategic partnerships with clients because we can't be everything to everyone and banks can't be everything to everyone. So really understanding where our clients are manufacturing their own product and where they're looking to partner with others to fill those capabilities to make sure they have a holistic solution. So yeah, we're really evolving our business and it's a really exciting time for us, I think. And yeah, delighted to be at Sibos.
Yeah, well, great. You know, as originally a New Yorker, I mean, I've known the BBH establishment as really one of the great institutions. So it's a privilege to be here with all three of you. Mike, one of the things that you said really kind of caught my attention. You know, over my career, I've known many great technology people and, of course, some amazing business people, but so very few that can cross the two and pull business and technology together. Can you tell me a little more how you manage that?
No, it's a secret. No, I honestly believe that, truthfully, you know, I've worked with some incredible technologists over decades and learned a lot from them and, you know, been very, very fortunate to work on some of the incredibly interesting projects. But you know, as great as technology can be as an enabler, you know, I continue to believe that the real value that we can deliver as technologists is being able to articulate the value and the trade-offs associated with technology decisions in ways that business executives can understand, comprehend, and frame as they move their strategy forward. And I do believe that translation is underserved in some institutions and something that is I'll just say that it's something that we're good at BBH. And, you know, we're quite joined up in how we approach things. And we have, you know, a partnership like ours is basically a factory for general managers. That's what the talent strategy ends up generating. General managers make good partners. And so I have colleagues who were in my CIO role in the past who ran the risk management function, ran the relationship excellence function, who are partners of the firm. And so that tells me, as I was looking to join Brown Brothers many, many years ago, I saw in that a different attitude and a comprehension of the value of technology in driving a business forward. And I think that translation that you picked up on is a key part of that distinction.
Yeah, Mike, glad that you elaborated on that because for me, I've always thought that there's a lot of great technology, always some new things coming out. But the question is, how does it advance the business?
Right.
And that's the challenge. Indeed. So, Cate, you know, really excited to see you tomorrow on your panel. You know, I think that's a great opportunity for everyone to get a better understanding of Brown Brothers Harriman. So tell us a little bit, because it seems to me that as things have gone on, that partnerships are becoming more and more difficult, even elusive in a lot of cases. There just doesn't seem to be sometimes that willingness. What do you find?
So I think we're at a really unique moment right now in the industry. I think banks are challenged with a number of things. They're challenged with rising costs. You know, their investment dollars are being directed towards regulatory change, towards cyber costs, infrastructure costs, and that money used to go to product development. So there's a contention there. They're also contending with increasing demand from clients for the new and different. So technology is always at the forefront now at the conversation with the clients. So, you know, really the recognition, as Sinead mentioned, it's becoming more and more challenging to insource all of these capabilities. And, Brown Brothers, we've always known we can't be everything to everybody. We have a very specific scope of our business. And so we believe that, to invest and go deep in what you're good at. And we believe, we're good at deep client service and high value servicing for our clients. As Mike mentioned, we've always invested in our technology that supports that servicing and betters that servicing. And so we believe that investment is something that should be shared with our bank clients. And we believe that there are banks that could also benefit from that investment. I think you'll start to see that grow and more as that contention and challenges continue to grow. Banks are going to have to look to decide what they want to invest in, and they're going to have to be really specific. So what we think is that it's actually creating a great opportunity, that the ability to share technology, share future investment, that you're stronger together. You can still be, still service your clients, still be the preferred brand name in your local region. We don't compete with you, but we can share and we can grow together and kind of continue to differentiate our products together through sharing our technology.
Well, great. It's interesting for me because Mike has shared with us the challenges of technology and business coming together. You've shared how we can take that technology and business and bring it to the partners. Sinead, how do you make all of this work?
Well, they've done all the hard work. It's really understanding our client base is the most important thing, and understanding the market. I think from our perspective, and I think it's kind of the ethos of the firm, is that you want to be trusted by your partners, so that when our clients are challenged, whether that's with their overall operational stack or with a new market challenge, that they come to us. We're their first port of call to how do we address these challenges, and that is the MO of the firm, is that's how we operate. And one of the unique things about BBH is that we're able to leverage the entire firm. We're not a massive bank, and we can bring the collective of that bank to the client. So regardless of what their challenge is, so we're very consultative in our approach with clients to understand what their nuanced challenges are in their market and how they're looking to grow. And we look to enable them by utilizing our technology, but also our talent. One of the amazing things about BBH is the quality of our talent, the longevity of service. And we give our clients access to that. So not only do they benefit as a client having a great experience, they can leverage that to deliver onto their client base as well. So we are integral in that value chain to our clients. So I leverage all the good stuff from everyone else, and I just get to package it up and hand it on.
So Sinead, let me go a little bit further with this, because we've heard of many great products, we heard great partnerships, but really all of this is not as beneficial if we can't actually put it in the hands of the customers, if we can't deliver it properly, implement it properly. What's the key to doing this? Is it the other partners, which sometimes can be beneficial or not, or is it really just what you control on your side?
Yeah, it's a combination of the two. I think we do have a unique proposition, the way we approach it, the way we manage the entire process, project manage, everything from a SaaS solution to the integration of that solution to the managed service, all the people that go along with that. We lift the machine up and bring it to the client and do the heavy lifting for them. But it's also the ecosystem. This is not a simple industry we work in. It's an incredibly complex ecosystem. We have a lot of partners. We have a lot of connectors that we work with and that our clients work with. And we don't want to be a blocker for our clients. So if, we help to integrate within their ecosystem to simplify that. So it's not just the complexity of our clients' own legacy systems and the chaos within their own, operational architecture. It's the bigger, complex architecture of the ecosystem that they operate in. And we help to simplify that for them. And that's kind of our mission, that, we're a strategic partner for more than just custody. It's for them to enable their whole business. So it's a team sport.
Well, one thing that caught my ear, they just said, is we take the machine to them, and I think a lot of banks miss that. But, we're here at Sibos. We're very honored. We have one of the speakers coming up on Sibos. And, look, to be able to speak at Sibos is an honor.
Yes.
Not a lot of people get to do it. A lot of people have great careers and they miss this one thing. So, Cate, you have it. Tell us a little bit about why Sibos and how the reasons why Brown Brothers made the investment for you guys to be here.
Oh, absolutely. I think, as you mentioned at the start, that it's probably the most premier banking conference the world. And it's great that it's in a new location. We can kind of share the world with our global colleagues. That being said, this is where our clients are. And we always want to be where our clients are. And so, it would be remiss if we weren't here. So it's something we do. We spend, as Sinead mentioned, that ability to kind of build that relationship with our clients and be in touch with them and be visible and talk to them and learn about their challenges. That's what we're here for. And that's what we want to do. We want to help them solve their own problems. And in order to do that, you need to listen, you need to hear them, and you need to really be with them. So we've spent a lot of time this week meeting with clients, meeting with hopefully future new partners and clients. And then also too, it's really important to stay close to the trends of the industry. For my role in particular as product strategy, as I mentioned, technology is becoming more and more important, and it changes fast and it advances fast. So you need to stay at the forefront of that and stay at the forefront of that. And this is the best place to hear and see what's the latest tech trends, how people are using them, what's competitive intelligence. So it's really critical that we're here and that we have a presence and that we're learning and we're connecting with our clients here.
Well, Sinead, comparatively to your colleagues, you're relatively new. What is the Sibos experience like for you?
Well, I love Sibos. I absolutely love Beijing. I'm very excited.
We all have loved Beijing.
Yeah, absolutely loving Beijing. Sibos is a really unique conference. I mean, there's a lot of trade events for different parts of banking that I've been involved with throughout my career. But you get the caliber of speakers, not to plug you again, but the caliber of the sessions and actually the depth of product knowledge that you get in the sessions. I mean, it is challenging to get to the sessions with all the meetings, and then access to all of your clients, all of your prospects, all of the vendors, it's just everything in one place. But it's priceless, really, the market insight you get, the market intelligence you get. And we're fortunate to have quite a few of our team here, so we can divide and conquer. And it's we've got a global team present here. We've got a global organization, and our clients are global. So we really need to make sure that we capitalize on that. But it's a superb event, and very, very honored to be here.
Yeah. So Mike, for you, my first one was actually 1998.
Okay.
So you and I are right there together.
Beat by 1 year.
Yeah, we're right there together. And, with the experience of many Siboses, why again do you find it interesting to be back?
I'd say, I agree with everything that's been said by my colleagues. I think that as I think we're speaking before this discussion about travel and some of the things we do, I've also spent a significant portion of my life on an airplane. Yeah. And I'd say I probably have to travel the world continuously all year long to be able to have the meetings and the dialogues with the senior executives. The seniors show up for this. The experts show up for this. And so the efficiency of it and then is amazing. And it makes good financial sense to be here. I truly believe that. And Beijing is just fantastic. I mean, we have an office in Beijing. We have Chinese banks that are clients. We're committed to the region for the long term. And so we're delighted to be here in the PRC in Beijing with 8,000 of our favorite colleagues and friends.
Well, great. And I fully agree with all of that, Mike. It's what I'd like to do now is to talk about my most favorite part of the interview, which is the future vision. So if each of you could just give me a little idea of both where Brown Brothers see it and maybe where you personally see your section of the industry going in the future. I mean, for me, Cate, it's quite interesting because Sibos, when I first started going, was more of a correspondent banking event.
Yeah.
Then, trade was flavored in a little bit, and now it seems that the main thing is payments.
Mm-hmm. Right? And securities. Don't forget securities.
Sorry, Mike. Okay. So maybe, Cate, you could start and give us some of the future vision.
I continue to think technology will continue to play and become more and more of the forefront of the conversation. I think that payments, if you look back at the history of kind of what you just said for the evolution, more and more, you'll start to see conversations around intelligent automation with AI, machine learning, with all the different large language models. I mean, really, there's a tremendous amount of opportunity here. And I think this industry, the security service industry, is just starting to scratch the surface on the application of those technologies. I think, when I think my first Sibos was 2017, and the big topic was APIs. To think in a short period of time, we've come a long way from APIs in the conversation. So I think, if I had to predict 5-10 years out, it's going to be more and more technology driven. I can't actually wrap my mind about what that technology could do by then. And again, I think because of that advance of technology and the opportunity it brings, you'll start to see us doing work in a different way. The technology will provide the opportunity to have real significant optimization, have the ability to do more predictive analytics as opposed to reactive. So that's a shift in how we do business together. That requires a shift in how you service your clients, that you're no longer reacting to something, you're actually pushing and working on something that could happen in the future. So that's a shift in mindset and a shift in service. So you'll start to see maybe those things start to evolve throughout the industry. And then as I started, because of that driving technology, because of, how, wide the spectrum of technology and what it will be, you'll start to see that banks will have to collaborate bank to bank in order to really service their clients. And hopefully, this technology creates the opportunity to really build some strategic foundational partnerships where we start to do really broad and powerful things together.
I wanted Cate to go first, Sinead, because you get to hear her vision again, and I'm sure you've heard many times. Right? But you're now going to have to be the nuts and bolts of putting that together and putting it out into the market.
From my perspective, everything Cate said, I would completely echo. I think the one thing I want to make sure is very clear, is that we are a bank and our clients are banks. So stability, security are number one requirement. So technology is doing all these amazing things, but we as a bank make sure that we approach it with the strictest governance. It's very robust the way that, we centralize the governance of any kind of developmental technology. These guys can talk about it far more than we can, or I can. But read that. So that's what banks want. They want, from another bank, they want, security and stability, number one. But really we need to step change the industry whilst maintaining that governance. We're not doing that in isolation. Everything we do is, very considered and strategic. But from our client perspective, we're all in the same industry. We're not inventing a new wheel. Yeah. We're evolving. So it's really, working in partnership with our clients, co-create. Absolutely. We are, all for co-creation. We don't want to, be an island. I think there's some really exciting conversations we're having with our clients around, predictive analytics, bringing, proactively feeding insights to clients, helping our clients to serve their end client. So it's really understanding the evolution of the banks, where they're strategically growing, where their roadmaps are, and how we can use our own technology and, emerging technologies to really deliver on that.
So Mike, can you give us, and I don't want to leave it out, but some future vision for securities, but from a technical aspect? Is AI going to be the benefit everyone says it is?
In a word, yes, but the question is when. You didn't ask me that question. I'd go back to one thing. I see there's one fundamental theme that I think is behind all of the innovation that's happened, at least in the 30 years I've been in the industry, and I see it as the key enabler for AI as well, and that's data. I think the whole industry is moving from, what has historically been an operating services focus to a data services focus. And the underlying technologies of the internet and Web 3.0 and the data structures as they've evolved have allowed us to now just have tsunamis of data put to use to improve quality, timeliness, accuracy, and relevance to the insight that needs to be delivered, as Sinead and Cate were both touching on. So I see that, we have, as a bank, we've focused on the last 5 years building out a state-of-the-art data platform that can handle not just the traditional data, like Swift form. We're lucky in payments and securities and trade finance. We have data standards. It's called Swift messaging. That doesn't exist for many other categories of data. So evolving the level of sophistication in handling data, that then becomes the key enabler to AI. So I say the one with the data wins in the end. And I think that that will be both the enabler and the constraint on how much of this evolution of intelligent automation and the introduction of artificial intelligence, and then ultimately general artificial intelligence into various parts of our industry. But the sort of the optimism that I see at the end is the AIs I hate to anthropomorphize, but I'm doing it. The AIs will end up being the makers, and the subject matter experts, the human subject matter experts, will end up being the checkers. And the scope of what the checkers can do will dramatically grow as a result of having a lot of the effort and heavy lift being done by AIs. So I see a bright future for our industry, and it will definitely be AI driven in the not too distant future. Let's leave it there.
Okay, great. So thank you. Have a great Sibos.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Principe, Financial IT.